Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. Welcome to our weekly uplift from the angels. And this week, we get to focus on something really special: how to feel safe in a seemingly and appearingly unsafe world. So, how many of you guys have felt that in the last, especially, since COVID-19 and everything that went on in the world, the pandemic, that it feels as if the world is getting less safe and less safe and less safe? Well, what if that's actually not truly the case? And what if you, inside of you, could actually be the one to be empowered to give yourself the safety of source, the safety of the universe, the safety that you truly are? And as you give yourself that safety fully, then you can walk around in a seemingly and appearingly and illusionarily unsafe world and still have this sense of peace, this sense of safety, the sense of being protected. So, when only source is real, you are the energy of source safety, right? Source, the universe, God, is where we find true safety, right? And so, how many of you guys have kind of looked for safety, maybe inside, experiences outside of you, or maybe people outside of you, like different relationships or family or friendships, and you're like, oh, I feel safe around this person, or I feel safe because I have this amount of money, or I feel safe because, of this home, or I feel safe because of. If you're in the circumstance of I feel safe because of, you're creating an unconscious situation where the rug can get pulled out from under you, and whatever you have made your safety can actually leave you. Does that make sense? Because if it's about an outside circumstance, outside circumstances change all the time, right? So that money that was there that made you feel safe, if that's your safety, if that money goes away, then you're not safe. Does that make sense? So first, take a breath and go ahead and say, I now ask that all of the ways in which I have put my safety into outside circumstances, I now ask that all of the energy that I put into those outside circumstances providing safety, I now ask that all that energy come back to me. So take a breath and just breathe all that beautiful safety and love back into you. Good. So another important part of this conversation is to look at what is it that you, believe is safe or not safe, and where is it as well. It's an interesting thing that human consciousness and the ego presents. The ego presents this condition where it's like, hey, if you be scared, you're going to be safer. Or if you worry, you're going to be safer, right? Because you're going to be hyper aware. You're going to be scared about what might happen, and that'll keep you safe, right? But if you really look at it, since you're the creator of your universe, right? And you get to be the one that says what goes. If you are believing that any kind of worry or any kind of fear would actually get you ready and make you safer, you're putting fear into your reality. And since your broadcast, right, creates everything in your universe, then you're bringing that fear into your reality by that sense of feeling like you need to, worry or be scared. And if you're a little bit nervous, a little bit scared, a little bit anxious, that'll keep you safe. So what if fear does not keep you safe? What if it just doesn't? Like, no amount of fear, no amount of worry, no amount of anxiety, no amount of any of those frequencies keep you safe at all. What if they do the opposite? Yeah. So take a breath And go ahead and say, I now ask that all of the ways in which I have been putting fear into my system, worrying, having anxiety about anything, and believing it was keeping me safe, I now ask that all of that be released and return to source. Now take a breath. And let's go ahead and give your body permission to release it as well. Go ahead and say, body, I give you permission to release all of the fear that I had thought was making me safe and making us safe. Yeah. There you go. Another breath. And just breathing that beautiful, loving energy up from Mother Earth and letting the Mother Earth loving energy just take the space of that fear and let the energy of nature in to take care of you, to love you, to give you that sense of deep, profound safety. Yeah. Yeah. So, before we go, what if the energy of safety is what you already are? Pure safety. No fear, just pure safety. So if you are an infinite being, are you infinite energies? Of course, right? So why wouldn't you also already be the energy of safety? Okay, so go ahead and say the truth is, I already am the energy of safety. And I get to be this for myself. Good. So that begins to open the flow and open the acceptance of who you are, right? And then what enhances that whole world is to accept the safety of Source or God that you are. And when I say God, I don't mean anything religious, just, Source, the universe, spirit. So let's do a statement before we go today that just really anchors in that energy of Source safety. Inside your heart, inside your body, and just see if you can let this all in. So bring your awareness up, up, up into the safety of Source, up, up, up into how safe you are in Source, up, up, up. There we go. Take a breath, breathing that energy down to your crown and inviting the beautiful safety of Source to come in and to love you. To take the place of that fear, that worry, that anxiety. There you go. Take a breath. Yeah. Are you safe in Source? Yes, you are, aren't you? So go ahead and say the truth is, I am safe in Source. I am safe in God. The only thing that makes me feel and appears to not be safe is an illusion of separation that is not even real. So the truth is, I am already safe. The truth is, I have always been safe. The truth is, I am already the energy of safety that I get to be for me. And go ahead and say, in the name of Source and all that is light, by the law of divine grace, and state your name, now accept the safety of Source that I am. I accept, I accept, I accept. Breathing that in. There you go, breathing that in. breathing that in. So we came here at this time to stand with Source, right? To stand with this love and this truth that we are safe, we are loved, and we are protected. And to stand in that truth no matter what, so that each being, right, could find that safety, that love, and that protection in Source for themselves as well. Right? So that we get to live from God or Source's perspective, right? That we are loved instead of humans' perspective, that there is fear and things to be afraid of, right? So as we stand with Source, everything is possible. As we stand with God, with Source, everything is a miracle, right? So who would you rather stand with? The fear and the ego that perpetrates that fear onto you and tells you that you're not protected and you're not safe, although you're still here and you've been protected and saved many times. How many of you guys have had some kind of angelic encounter where you know that your life was saved? Yeah, so you're meant to be here. Okay? So you are coveted here. You are held here. You are, the angels come and there's divine interventions on your behalf to make sure that you are here at this time. So let's just go ahead and tell yourself the truth now. Go ahead and say, the truth is, I am safe. I am loved. And I am protected. And this is the way it already is. Take a breath and breathe that in. Yeah, there we go. Another breath, breathing that in. All the way through your feet, everyone. Another breath, just breathing that in. And go ahead and say, I stand with Source. I stand with God. And Source God is already standing for me. It is done. It is done. It is done. Oh, so beautiful, everyone. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to our weekly angelic uplift. Source and the angels are loving you, are grateful for you, and are celebrating you for being here in every moment. Thank you for your contribution on this beautiful planet. Sending you all so much love. Bye, everyone.